What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a tutorial on how you can replace your skies in Photoshop using Photoshop's Sky Replace tool. So the first thing I want to point out on this image before we talk about anything else, I want you to notice how crisp this image is. Look at how clean this picture is. Right? All the detail, there's not much noise. It's a beautiful picture. It's a basic picture, but it's beautiful. A lot of details captured. I took this picture with a Canon T7 Rebel. Okay, I took this picture like 8 years ago. And I just want you to acknowledge how great this picture is. And I just want to point that out because I don't want you to go out and buy a brand new Sony A7R4 and spend $4,000 on just a body. Right? You don't need the most high-end camera to get really good pictures. Now, does the technology in the camera make it easier? Yes. Obviously, there's more megapixels in those cameras. They're wonderful cameras. But if you're just getting started in photography, I promise you there is more value in, one, the lenses of your camera, but two, just practicing with that camera every day. Because once you really learn your camera, you can make the camera do stuff that nobody else can. So don't go out and buy a new camera. You know, a Canon Rebel cost maybe $500, and you could probably get an even cheaper one if it's used and refurbished straight from Canon. So just keep that in mind. This picture is taken with a Canon Rebel. Great picture. I'll get off my soapbox now. So diving into this, there's two tutorials. There's only going to cover one in this video, and that's how you replace a sky using Photoshop. Now, back in the day, like a year ago, doing sky replacements in Photoshop was so tedious. There was so many different processes you had to follow. There's a lot of layering, a lot of masking, and it was just miserable. And what Photoshop did was actually developed a tool that does all that for you, and it is amazing and beautiful and makes your life so easy. This tutorial will take less time than the time I've already spent talking about why you should stick with a lower level camera. So, just to start with the sky replacement, you go up to Edit, right next to File. You scroll about halfway down the drop-down list, and you'll see Sky Replacement ... and go ahead and click that, and it opens up this really awesome interface over here, and it's going to show you the sky that's going to place in, and it's going to overlay it, just like that. And you can, really have a whole list of skies you can pick from by default. I also have skies for sale on my website, which is linked down in the description below. Feel free to check those out. I try to keep them pretty cheap, so you can come get them, grab them in, and put them in there. So by all means, do that. These are a couple of my skies down here, and we'll just pick this sky right here as an example because I want you to notice something about this. And this is something you have to be very careful of when you do sky replacements, because I've seen so many actually real estate photographers do this, and it makes their images look totally fake. And it's that the sun from the new sky is not in the same place as the sun in the original picture. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's take a look at this post right over here. You see that the sun is really reflecting from behind the camera, and it's lighting up this front face of the post, and then you can see it's shadowed off to the side. So we kind of get an idea of where the sun is. With the new sky, you can pretty much see that the sun is in the background, right there. And it just makes the whole thing look a little fake. It's like, I know that sky was replaced. So with sky replacement, you have to be tasteful, and you have to make sure people don't realize that the sky was replaced. And so Photoshop provides these really basic skies, and here's a perfect one for this image, because when you paste it over, look at how the sun hits those clouds. I mean, it's pretty much from the same angle as the sun hitting this post. That is a very tasteful use of sky replacement. It enhances the photo, but it doesn't make the photo look fake. Photoshop also gives you some amazing tools. However, Photoshop does a great job of already making these adjustments nearly perfect. You can shift your edge, which really says how much are we going to mask out in the original photo and cover with the sky. So we can adjust that up or down. Again, they do a great job of kind of figuring it out. Um, Fade edge, similarly, same thing. It's how much we're going to fade in the new background, and so this case I want it to be really in your face, so I want to drop that all the way down. And you can adjust the brightness, the overall temperature, and scale it however you would like. See, the clouds just got way bigger. I don't want clouds that big. I liked them where they were, thanks to Photoshop. Once you made your adjustments, just hit OK, and then it does all of this work over here in layers, and then you're done. And your sky's been replaced. What used to take 30, 45 minutes to do now takes 5 minutes. It's super easy. There's your before, and there's your after. So, thank you, Photoshop, for making that so much easier. If you have any questions, comments, leave a comment down below in this video. Make sure you go check out my website. I have a blog that gets posted every week with new tips, tricks, and tutorials. And I try to post a new video every week on a new tutorial or a story or whatever related to photography. So make sure you like this video, help the algorithm, but also make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with new content. So until next week, everybody, thank you.